Hello, welcome to Kerbin of Total War Aircraft Showcase. As per from my last video, where I showcased the aircraft just sitting there, now we will be putting them against each other. And the first that we will be hitting now is the Zero and F4U Corsair. Now, Kerbin Total War is going to be a story mode type play with, of course, war. Uh, and I hope you will enjoy it when I actually get to doing this. So now we will start our first competition between the Zero and the F4U Corsair. Zero's got two 20mm cannon and two 50 caliber machine gun, and the Corsair has 650 cals as per real life. If you notice that the little icons for in the staging showed two engines for the Zero, well, that was so I could get the performance I needed out of it. And speaking of performance, the Corsair actually has two ore containers inside it with the throttle pulled back to about 20% on that engine. But it's still pretty maneuverable. Well, now we're just going to have to wait until the aircraft get to the competition range, which is 8 kilometers. And basically, just see me just going through making sure everything's all set up, which I should really do that before I start recording. So, now I'll just shut up until, interesting stuff happens. You guys can just marvel at my design of aircraft. And now that I notice I have to change stuff in Zero, you can actually see the wing that are the guns are attached to. So I'll have to change that. We'll just wait until we're good. Okay, basically I ended up, not wanting to wait anymore, and I changed the guard mode so that they were a little bit closer. Just the way that they were. So there we go. And 6 kilometers should be good. Competition start. Head to head with Zero and Corsair. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna take the first fight? I was actually kind of surprised on how well that they represent their counterparts. Hits on both the Zero and the Corsair. Nothing, not enough to take either of them out. just screwing with the control surfaces because I realized I didn't make them the elevators actually big enough, so they were kind of lagging behind. And of course they're opening up on 0, taking some shots, switching to the wrong 0, but he was taking hits too. And the right 0 as the wing comes off. And basically that is the end of the 0. Of course they're doing a barrel roll to try to stay behind him. And basically this guy is just going to plummet into the ground. So he lost his right wing and his right horizontal stabilizer, and this guy lost his left wing and right horizontal stabilizer. So we can chalk that up to an allied win, Corsair, versus the 0. Guy trying to pull out, but it ain't gonna work. Boom. And that was the Corsair versus the 0. So now we have the next fight, which is the the BF-109s versus Spitfires. So you see the Spitfires gone into the air first. It's slightly redesigned wings from the last video. And gear up. Notice that the 109 has got a gun coming out of the spinner. It's a 30 cal. The Spitfire's got 350s on each wing, so for 650s and 220s. Yeah, it shouldn't take them too long to get to competition range. Love the airplanes plus spinners on the 109s. Yeah, you can see the Spitfire wings there, slightly modified from the last video. Oh, here we go, head to head. Just confirming everything was set up right. So as they approach, we'll see who will win. first kill goes to the Spitfire. Here's the 109 cockpit. This guy only lost a wheel, so he's still good to go. And now he's up against 2 Spitfires. We'll see how long he lasts. Up, up, up. Spitfire getting too close to the ground. Turning in, can he get shots off on him? Oh no, he is taken out, ripped in half by the Spitfire. Oh, here we have 2 Allied victories. As we see the Spitfire trying to finish off the 109. They follow it down. And that would be the end of this fight. Our next fight is with the P-38s against the ME-262s. Begin the competition. Now, from when I record this to what you'll be seeing in the actual series, I did modify the 262s slightly. So they're actually on their Mark III modifications. These are just the Mark IIs, which are basically just has increased wings, because now they look actually right. Making sure the P-38s have everything's all good to go. P-38 sporting the 450 cals, and the 262s are 420 mils. Yeah, like in the last fight, the competition has infinite ammo, and we'll see how everything's going. Guy just showing off his mad maneuvering skills with the jet fighter. 262, you know, world's first operational jet fighter. I believe if you look closely, you'll see a hard point underneath for a it could be a fighter bomber, which that was never not going to be a good thing. It should have just been a pure fighter. Well, we'll see how we use it during the series. Guy's still hot dogging back there. Alright. There we go, starting the competition. especially had to wait so long, and since this is post-commentary, I'm most likely just going to cut the that little boring section out. If this fight seems cut, it's because the actual video is 13 minutes long. And if you guys want to see the raw footage of that, just, let me know in the comments below, and I'll upload that. And you can see just how long this one fight, and also the last fight if you want to see those raw videos too. The other ones were pretty much the same exact length. I didn't cut any. So let's see what's going on, how the 262 is going to fare. Guy's losing parts off his airplane. I believe that was a rear horizontal stabilizer. That guy got so close that he touched the ground with his landing gear. That put him behind this 262. Let's see if he can take advantage of it. Nope, made to overshot. Pulling some major G's in that plane. And almost happened a head-on collision. Boom, we got the first kill. This was the other P-38 that lost part of his stabilizer, and he couldn't pull out of a dive, and crashed into the ground. Legitimate kill. Let's see what's going to happen to this guy. Two on one. What an unfair fight. Just the way it should be. Nobody fights in a fair fight. At least not in the military. And if you do, you're doing something wrong. behind him. Oh, missed with those bursts. Oh, but that one, if I don't know if you noticed it or not, did not miss and actually took a part out. Which now that'll prove fatal to him. As he gets another part knocked out. You notice that there's no explosions, but stuff is still getting destroyed. Just like that. I got the mod that only the parts with fuel in it will explode. Which is very useful. It also reduces some of the lag. But you know, having a 4 gigahertz processor doesn't hurt matters. And this guy is pretty much done for. So we have finally an Axis victory, the 262 against the Lightning. And that concludes this one video. More to come. There's a few more aircraft. There's some light bombers, some heavy bombers, and other aircraft. So, and we'll do ground and sea vehicles. And until then, we'll have a good one.